Q&A time. You know, after the last episode, somebody asked me if I had a tripod, and yeah, it's right here. Jeez. I actually have 31 questions this time, so this is going to be a rapid-fire format, completely different than the stuff that I've done before. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see how it turns out in the end.
Number 1, AM Hounchell asks, why didn't you make the Q&A video?
I am making the Q&A video right now, AM. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean the one from last week? The one that was an AQ? It was going to be reverse Q&A because I gave you guys a question and you gave me answers. It didn't turn out well. Sometimes you've got to scrap a project and just move on to the next one.
Number 2, AM Hounchell, the guy who's not following me on Twitter anymore, asks, who would win in a fight between the Flamingo of Order and Boon the Snake?
Boon would win, not because he's better at combat than the Flamingo of Order or anything like that. It's just dumb luck. Boon always has dumb luck. Boon always wins.
Number 3, Hokius asks, why are you trying to make me ask you questions after my bedtime, Edward?
Hokius, I didn't choose when your bedtime is. You chose that. So me asking you right before your bedtime to ask me questions, that's not on me, okay? That's just get a later bedtime. You know, 4 a.m. isn't that freaking late, Hokius!
Number 4, AM Hounchell asks, do you realize that screenplay means that movies are just TV plays?
I do now.
Number 5, Hokius asks, if you were going to eat a book, how would you prepare it?
I would probably cook it in a pot, boiling pot water, put a little bit of marinara sauce on it, and eat it with chopsticks, because that's how I roll.
Number 6, AM Hounchell asks, smell books. It's a book made of smells, told through smells, yes?
Sure.
Number 7, Hokius asks, would you rather write the best book ever and never make a dime off of it, or would you rather write the worst book ever and make millions?
Hokius, I have to tell you, I'd rather write the worst book and make millions, because I don't think I'm going to write the best book ever to begin with. I'm not out to make a good piece of literary stuff. I'm out to make people laugh, and if I have to do that through the worst puns you can possibly imagine, I will make millions off of a bad book idea.
Number 8, AM Hounchell asks, worst to who?
Worst to me, AM. I'm pretty sure he means to me.
Number 9, Hokius asks, what is best?
Hokius, what is best? Let's not go into the semantic and epistemological realm right now, okay? Let's keep this simple. It's a rapid-fire Q&A!
Number 10, Hokius asks, if you discovered you had the power to rewrite the story of AM's life, what would you do with it?
I'd make him follow me on Twitter again.
Number 11, AM Hounchell asks, what's the cardinal sin of writing to you?
AM, for one, follow me back on Twitter again. And for two, the cardinal sin of writing is not writing.
Number 12, AM Hounchell asks, can I have your bones yet?
You cannot have my bones, not even if you follow me back again. AM, I don't know what this obsession is with you and wanting my bones for this sculpture. No. No means no. I would do that with, look, I don't have 3 hands to do that with 2 hands. No!
Number 13, Hokius asks, if you could write in a castle, would you?
Hokius, this is a very interesting question because I've actually written in somewhat of a castle before. Some people would maybe call it a castle, probably not. Nobody would call it a castle. I've written in a manor house before. If I had the chance to write in a castle, would I do it? Sure, why not? Why not? Why not? Of course, I'd probably be more busy exploring the castle than sitting down at a laptop and writing. I mean, come on. You get to explore a castle. Why am I writing for it?
Number 14, AM Hounchell asks,
do you like video games? Which one?
Yeah, I like Breath of the Wild. It's a good one. That's probably my favorite right now. Crash Bandicoot trilogy. Amazing. I've been playing it since I was young.
Number 15, Rebecca R. Pierce asks, in dog years, how long would it take you to tell a story using only interpretive dance?
I would say less than 1 dog year. Stories aren't that long, and dog years, it's like 7 dog years to a year. So it's like, why is it taking me any amount of dog years to tell a story through interpretive dance? Look, I'm pretty good at interpretive dance as it is, I think. So let's just get it out of the way.
Number 16, Hokius asks, would you write a video game?
Yes, Hokius, I would write a video game if given the chance, and it would be the weirdest video game you ever seen, with the water in the sky. Wait, that's reality.
Number 17, AM Hounchell asks, would you take an opportunity to write a Dragon Ball Super Kai ZGT episode if offered to you?
An episode of Dragon Ball Super Kai ZGT, AM? For one, if they ever come up with that series, there's going to be some serious consistency issues. And for two, of course I would write a script for that, yes. Sign me up.
Number 18, AM Hounchell asks, if a tornado had a job, could it write a book, like Over Infinite Time, Rationale?
If a tornado had infinite time, job or no job, it doesn't really matter. I think that tornado could write a book. It's like saying if you had infinite This program is brought to you by inability to speak. Yeah, regardless of whether the tornado had a job or not, I think a tornado could write a book over an infinite amount of time because there's infinite possibilities in that infinite amount of time. And no matter what you have, something is going to create a book.
Number 19, Hokius asks, would blue be red if it could be brown?
What kind of question is...
This is effing gold and you effing know it. Don't even start with me.
What, I thought it was blue, red, and brown. Now we're dealing with gold?
I effing knew you were gonna do that! Number 20, AM Hounchell asks,
which pasta sauce would make the best ink?
Ragu. This video is not sponsored by Ragu, although... No, just keep your money, Ragu. It's not worth it.
Number 21, AM Hounchell asks, would you say Q is the worst letter? Yes, no, comments, concerns?
Q is one of the coolest letters, but it's also one of the most useless. So, I don't know.
Number 22, Chris Amon asks, would you floop the pig? If you would not floop the pig, would you instead gip et pulf?
I would neither floop the pig nor gip et pulf. Jeez.
Number 23, Rebecca R. Pierce asks, if you outline on your pants or pant while you outline, does that make you a pantser or an outliner?
It makes you a planter.
Number 24, no one asks, why is a raven like a writing desk?
You know, I answered this question last time, and I swore it back then, and I'll swear it again. Nevermore.
Number 25, Sarah Joy Greenhart asks, do you think the collective consciousness of readers resembles the Higgs field? If so, would a book that elicits an emotional response be responsible for literary Higgs bosons? Could we use this to label books by quantity of emotional mass?
You know, that sounds about right, and I also think that it accounts for the flippity-floppityness of people's emotions when reading a book. You know, some people say, I was angry, and some people say, I wasn't angry at all, and some people say, it made me so sad, and other people are like, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think that has to do something with quantum flux. Emotions are like subatomic
Number 26, Sarah Joy Greenhart asks, what words can be used to add more dark energy or light energy to a book?
Stuff like penumbra, shadow, and twilight, or maybe words like glow or light.
Number 27, Sarah Joy Greenhart asks, should it be common practice to write a synopsis first, print it out, then hold it and see if its energy connects with me before I commit to writing an entire first draft?
Yes, I highly recommend this technique. Actually, start with a title, then make a blurb, and then make like a summary, and then make an outline of the book, and then make outlines of the chapters, fill in those outlines of the chapters with like writing prompts and bullet points. That's basically your synopsis at this point. Do all of that before committing to the first draft. Unless you're a pantser, and then whatever.
Number 28, Jennifer Pierce Gata asks, how do your nipples help you formulate your writing?
What?
Number 29, Jennifer Pierce Gata asks, what inspires you? We have established that you don't have a muse, so what prompted you to become a writer?
What prompted me to be a writer is that there's not a whole lot of absurd comedy out there, and I'm pretty good at writing absurd comedy, and so I decided I am going to fill that void. I'm going to make people laugh, I'm going to make people think, and if they're not going to do it, I'm gonna...
Number 30, Crystal Goodsevich asks, why must everyone in YA use acquiesce?
That's a really good question. I think it's because people want to feel fancy.
Number 31, Jeanette Editor asks, how have you utilized the alphabet to tell stories, and what does that suggest about the existential nature of language, but more specifically, English?
I've typed letters, made typos, and what it's told me is that English does not need to exist. We need a different language, guys. Just something better than English, anything, come on. That's it for the Q&A this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you had a good Q&A Monday, and comment below with any questions you have for next week or the weeks after, you know what I'm talking about. And like and subscribe and all that stuff if you haven't already, because, you know, it helps.